Hello and welcome. This is Read 585 Professional Development in Reading. I am Heather Brandon, your course instructor, and this is Unit 1, Week 1. Welcome back from what was hopefully a very nice winter break. We are going to this week really just do a course orientation. So I'll be going over the assignments for the week, get you set up, and get you started with some readings and a participation activity in the form of a discussion forum. So that's pretty much the plan for this week. This is me, your course instructor, Heather Brandon. You do not need to call me Dr. Brandon. You can call me Professor Brandon if you'd like, but technically I'm not a professor. I am a lecturer or a course instructor. I am actually a fellow Cal State Fullerton Reading Program alum. I as well did the Master's in Education with the emphasis in reading and got my language arts credential as well. Normally, you will find me teaching Read 514 or Read 516, and I know I had many of you in Read 516. Relax, this course is, in my opinion, a lot less tedious than those weekly data analysis reflection WAPR assignments. I am formerly a literacy specialist, but had to relocate to Michigan for my husband's job, but hope to be leaving soon in 1.5 years to be exact to return to a warmer climate. So that is a little bit about me. My email is there as well, and as I will tell you on the next slide, that email is the best way to get in touch with me. I do strive to have a 24-hour response rate or faster Monday through Friday, but I do currently work as an administrator in a K-8 building here in Michigan. So I am 3 hours ahead of you if you are in Pacific Standard Time, and I do have a pretty intensive work day. Today there was a gas leak in the building, teacher got sick, and I was subbing in for fourth grade. So I don't check my email a lot during the school day, but do check it before work and after work and intermittently. But I promise that I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I also hold office hours virtually, which basically just means that every Thursday from 5 to 6:30 p.m., unless otherwise noted, you can find me in front of my computer responding to your email perhaps a little bit quicker than if you sent it at another time. We can also set up additional office hours upon request. We can call, we can do a FaceTime or a video chat or a Google, whatever have you. So I am very available to help you. This class is pretty straightforward, typically just readings, some discussion forums, and a few big key assignments that we'll talk about in a minute. But first, it is your turn to introduce yourself by taking the time to update your titanium profile with the following information. First, your current position. Second, your short-term career goals. Third, your long-term career goals. And then fourth, a current photo of yourself helps me to put a name to your face. So please do that by Saturday, January 25th at 11:59 p.m. You can do that by going to my profile on the left toolbar, then view profile, then customize this page. And I will show you that in just a second because we are going to take a quick tour of our titanium course site. All right, so here we are on our course website for Read 585. You'll notice that my information is here along with my email if you need to get in touch with me. Now, in order to update your profile, you're going to want to go to settings and then my profile settings, or over here you can go to my profile and then view profile, and then here is where you can customize this page and change your information there. So I'm actually going to go back and just kind of introduce you to a few features over here with our course titanium site. So any latest news will be here along with recent activities, so you can see what I've been updating as far as our site. This is our main these are each of these sections are called blocks. So this is the main block where you will find the syllabus, important resources for using titanium. Here's a sample blog post to help you out, some tips. Then here is information for Common Core state standards. We'll be using this in a few weeks when we get more into that. In the assignment block is where there will be resources for completing each of the assignments. So if you actually go into assignment 1 on class participation, there's the rubric for it. There is a sample blog response for you. It's the same one. You can navigate by using the back, or you can go up here for the, I think they're called breadcrumbs or something like that. If you go into the assignment 2 folder, there's all the information for your second assignment, including directions for that. This is the professional preparation assignment. We'll talk about it in a minute, but I have a bunch of samples and then directions, grading criteria, all of that good stuff. So anytime we have one of the major assignments, one of the 5 major assignments, there will be a folder here in assignment resources, and I will put what you need. Then each new week, I will have the week here and it will be highlighted. I haven't highlighted it yet. And there will be just a brief description of what we're up to this week. So we are in Unit 1, Week 1, which is focused on the role of the reading specialist. And here you have everything you need to successfully complete week 1. So the most important thing is always the checklist, which will detail everything you need to do for this week. Here is where I have the PowerPoint for the course orientation. Here's an additional document that orients you to the course, and then here is the screencast, which you are watching now. Here's some additional information about the reading program. It has some history on the role of the teacher, which I thought was applicable to what we're talking about this week. Here are all of the readings, the 3 different articles you have, and then here is the link to the discussion forum. Typically, I don't do all of these headings. I'll just put it within the file name, so you might notice a switch next week because I don't personally like it when the blocks are this long. So you might not see so much detail next week as far as what everything is, but I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. If not, please let me know. So that is our course titanium site and some of the highlights there. Don't forget to go to that My Profile piece and then view your profile and update it with your short and long-term career goals. Now we're going to talk about the course topics you can expect me to cover. As you may know, I inherited this course very, very recently, but Dr. Bowers has done a great job developing it, and she is actually teaching a hybrid version of the course right now where it's partially online and partially in person. So a lot of the materials she's already developed I'll be using and adapting. So you might see her or hear her voice in upcoming screencasts and lectures because this has been her course for some time, and I'm jumping in to start with it this semester. So some of the topics, well, all of the topics we will be covering include first the different roles of the reading specialist. We're starting with that this week and with our first unit. From there we'll go into proper formatting of professional documents. Specifically, we're going to do a cover letter, resume, and thank you letter, which hopefully you haven't updated those pieces recently because it's very nice when you are forced to do so and can later reap the benefits of having an updated resume ready to go. Next, we're going to move into analyzing school-wide data in order to make decisions for school-wide initiatives and professional development, which is our next topic. And then we will wrap up with information on coaching and how to be an instructional coach as a reading specialist. So those are the topics for 585. The course is organized nicely into 4 learning units. The first unit, which is what we're in right now, is the course overview, introductions, and the role of the reading specialist. The second unit starts week 3, and that is discussing standards and using data to drive decision making. The third unit goes over providing professional development and how to do that. That was definitely a large part of my role when I was a literacy specialist. Almost every Friday I did a whole staff PD. And then our fourth and final unit, like I said, is coaching. So we'll be wrapping up with some tools to develop you as a coach. All right, now we'll get into some more of the logistics of the course and then the key assignment. So for the checklist, each week you'll be provided with a checklist, and that will delineate what you need to do to complete that week's assignment successfully. You can expect these checklists no later than Saturday morning, which will actually give you 2 full weekend days, Saturday and Sunday, plus an additional Saturday the following week to complete assignments. So our course will run from Saturday to Saturday. I know I collected feedback from folks in 516 last semester about the Saturday to Saturday schedule, and an overwhelming amount said they enjoyed the Saturday to Saturday. So I'm continuing that on again. And I like it because it does give you a full weekend, Saturday and Sunday, plus another Saturday at the back half of the week. Most of you are taking Read 560, which I believe is running Sunday to Sunday. So you may want to think about how you're going to schedule your time. But for us, it's really just reading articles, responding to discussions, and then every few weeks there will be an assignment to work on. Speaking of assignments, there are 5 main assignments. These are also detailed in your course syllabus, and I will be loading more information about each of these on the Titanium site when it is needed. The first assignment is just weekly class participation. That's worth 15% of your grade. This includes blogs, wikis, discussion boards, whatever is appropriate, maybe VoiceThread. Assignment number 2 is the professional preparation, so preparing your resume, cover letter, and a thank you letter. That's worth 15%. Rough drafts are going to be due on February 8th to the wiki so that your colleagues can give you feedback, but the final version won't be due until later in the course, circa May 3rd. Assignment number 3 is a big assignment, or 25% of your grade, and that is the school-wide context data and SWOT analysis. I will talk more about that in a minute. That is actually the key assignment for this course. Assignment 4, group staff development presentation. So you're going to take your work from assignment 3, which is where you're collecting data about a school, and then you're actually going to make a staff development plan and create a presentation targeted to your audience from assignment number 3. Assignment 5 builds on that as well. You're doing an instructional coaching activity where you are given a teacher and you need to analyze video of that teacher in action to provide a coaching plan for them. All right, so now I'll briefly talk about each of these assignments just so you know a little bit about what to expect, so when you're looking at the syllabus you can plan your time accordingly. Assignment 1 is the weekly class participation. Each week you will participate in class through some method of discussion. It'll look different throughout the course. I will then provide the directions for the weekly class participation on the weekly checklist. The weekly class participation blog, so the format will be as follows. There will be a prompt posted on the blog that focuses on the topics being discussed. You must read and reflect on the comments to the current week's prompts that have already been posted by your classmates. So if you're the first person to respond, you obviously don't need to comment on anyone else's thoughts, but if you're the second person, you need to go up and read what the first person said and weave their ideas into yours. And you must post your thoughtful comment by Saturday, 11:59 p.m. of each week. And your comment should definitely reflect the reading and thinking that you are doing about the topic. You do not need to go back and respond to others. There's just one post each